We'll bring you details of that in our subsequent bulletins. Let's now tell you that the 23rd Chief S.L. Edu Memorial Lecture was held on Tuesday, bringing together key stakeholders to address the pressing need for sustainable development across Africa, themed Greening Africa's Economies. The lecture underscored the critical role of environmental sustainability in shaping the continent's future growth and economic prosperity. News Central's Bettina and Nwelih reports.
Policymakers, business leaders, environmental experts and academics convened to explore innovative ways to embed green practices into Africa's rapidly expanding economies. The lecture, established in honor of the late Chief S.L. Edu, a prominent advocate for African leadership and sustainable development, was delivered by Professor Yemi Oshibajo, former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
A recent study, and we were talking about this just before we came down, shows that sea level rise is expected to impact major African coastal cities, including Dar es Salaam, Lagos, Cotonou, Porto Novo, Cairo, and Alexandria. But the climate crisis is not Africa's only existential challenge. I think it's important to always emphasize this, that for Africa it's not just the climate crisis, it is also extreme poverty. And of course, this includes unemployment, food insecurity, severe infrastructure deficits, and of particular importance, something that the experts will describe as energy poverty.
Key discussions centered on practical strategies to scale up renewable energy production, promote sustainable agriculture, and invest in eco-friendly industries. Experts highlighted the urgency of adopting green policies to mitigate climate change while fostering job creation in green sectors.
The progress that the world is making is far too slow to meet our net zero objectives. But perhaps more importantly, it has become even evident that if African countries were to develop along the same carbon-intensive pathways of developed economies, that is to say that if African countries were to burn fossil fuels for industry and transport in the same way that the wealthier countries of the world have developed, then it will be impossible for the world to attain net zero by 2050 or any kind of decent targets, because Africa will then be adding 9.4 gigatons of CO2e annually until 2050.
We are below the sea level. So people don't understand when some of us insist that you can't build on a channel path for water. I've had people threatening me from the whole of the mainland and discharge into the lagoon, from Oba, through Maryland, Ikeja, through Ariwo Jobe, down to the lagoon. And you chose to build on it and narrow that path. That is why Mende village was always getting flooded.
Experts also called for stronger collaboration among governments, the private sector, and the civil society to make Africa's economies more resilient to environmental challenges and unlock opportunities within the green economy. In Lagos, for News Central, I'm Bettina Nwelih.